then that is the boundary.
Right.
Because we're all bound, we only identifying with the form.
Right. We're only identifying with the form.
And we have to get beyond
the form. Because we're eternal. And see, eternal. And see, the thing is that people don't realize if you don't start to harness this energy, then you're going to be without getting to your peak. You know, it's just like your kundalini.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not using all that, you know, just like guys like to go real fast in the car, there's a reason for that. They like to go fast because they want to get to that final peak where they just blow their mind and just say, wow! You know what I'm saying? And so that when you get this power and this energy, it blows your mind because then you see how the man tried to use their diversities to try to incorporate and put you in that matrix. You know, they want to keep you stuck because they don't want you to find out what they already taken from us that's already in us. It's already in us.
Already in it. In them too.
It's already in you.
Hotep sister Azikia Afari back.
That's it. This energy is in. It's not without. So when you're going outside yourself looking for something, then you without. You out. You ain't got nothing. And you are weak. And therefore you have to depend on something that's going to a vehicle to get you to God when God is already in you. If God didn't want you here, he wouldn't have put you here. You got to find out your reason. That's all. And it ain't looking for something and being all weak and fragile. So, oh, I got to put all that on God because it ain't Jesus. It ain't Muhammad. It ain't nobody. God, if you sit down quietly, right, and meditate, and just sit and quieten yourself and stop all that worrying and shivering and shaking. You know what I'm saying? Then guess what? God is going to come and give you a slight whisper and tell you what to do.
Amen. Amen.
And then we call it magic. But it's divine powers that come from our ancestors as well as it comes from those deities that brought it all here, and we have to find out what come they using all kinds of signs and symbols in this universe to try to teach certain things that can sum it up to say what it is that they're, just like I was talking about that Starbucks symbol. What are you talking about mommy water for? Or my yacht? Because we came from the embryonic fluid, and that's all they talk about is coming and drinking from a fountain of life. While you think that they're talking about a cup of coffee, they stole all them coffee beans from African continents, what I say. They come from the dark roast and all that stuff. You ever seen any white coffee? Coffee is black, and it's talking about the triple blackness, the double, you know, ain't it? They're talking
triple
about
darkness.
They're talking about the fluid of the woman.
Amen.
Yeah.
That yoni.
The divine feminine energy, and even the darkness that produced the light is a feminine energy.
Right.
It's a before form, not always the feminine in form, but the feminine as in giving birth to the light. So God, who everybody referred to as He, came out of she, which is the darkness. And that's all the book is talking about. That's all it's talking about. And get back into darkness. And you said it. Be quiet. Sit still.
Let the God speak to you.
Yeah, it will. Just observe. It's who you really are. It's your mind that's in the way.
Right. And if you have love, oh my God.
Yeah, that's the key.
That's the key right there. If you have that unconditional love, your ancestors are going to reward you.
Yes.
Unconditionally, because you got something that most people ain't got. See, they talking about they dead and gone, but you have to set up, you know, who brought you here? How we get here physically? See, there's two sides to us.
You came through the canal of a woman. Is that what you're speaking of, or are you speaking of something?
Right. I'm just speaking of the fact that we have a physical and a spiritual.
No doubt.
And so therefore, you know, our ancestors, and I give thanks to my male energy as well, because Without that male energy, I wouldn't be here.
No doubt.
You know, so I thank God for my father and my father's fathers and mothers and mothers' mothers and fathers and so forth, all the way back to the internal, from that to the eternal create, all the way to infinity, if I can count that far. But when I'm thinking about my ancestors, I can't even call their names out when I'm doing.
There's no need to.
Because all I'm thinking about, and they know it, because it's so many that have died that I've come across that helped me where I am now, 50 so years old, you know, and I'm saying to myself, you know, without them, I wouldn't be, and I wouldn't be blessed, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
They help me and protect me through this wickedness here. Everywhere you walk around you, you're walking through the valleys of the shadow of death right now.
That's right.
And you got to fear no evil.
And so I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. This is the valley of the death. Of what death? Not physical, but the mental and spiritual death.
Yeah.
It's the mental and spiritual. So we're here to spark that, spark it up. That's it. It's already in you. We're here to resurrect the bone. Get up, dry bone.
Yes, sir.
That's what I told Mom Lazarus. Wake up.
Yeah, I love
Wake up.
Yup, because the time is right now.
The time is always right now. The time is always right now.
That is so sweet. I jumped off that bus. I said, I was going somewhere, but I saw this. I said, what is this?
Is that right? That's divine purpose. I'm so thankful. I know grace brought us together right now. Because grace is what's keeping us in this existence as human beings.
Exactly.
Grace is the key. But like you said, unless you embrace all and love all, you ain't going to feel the fullness of grace. The fullness of it. I mean, because everybody's experiencing some grace. But the fullness of grace, you have to love all. I'm talking about all.
That's it. That's it. No matter what we
No matter. Yeah, their mind might be all messed up.
Yeah, and so I was listening to J. Krishnamurti Moody.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
No, ma'am.
And he was talking about religion and how we get caught up and stuck and diverse, and said that that's evil because when we start to fight and kill and destroy each other all because of what you think and what you believe and, you know, just going out here doing the things that you do. Something is wrong. That's not God.
That's not.
How can it be God when God is, when you talk about the real, the core.
Present.
Right.
Omnipresent.
Yes.
Amen. I am that I am.
Yes.
Yes, man. Go ahead. Teach that.
Then you can rise up and you know that God is love. God ain't hate. How can you go out here and blow away 1 million people and say that you did that in the name of Allah or you did that for
what's up
Jesus?
with the shooting in the club? I'm trying to figure out why he ain't go kill the child molesters first.
You know why? We following our people. We follow a trend, and we don't want to work. We don't want to do no research. We don't want to find out who we are, because when we open up that Pandora's box, it becomes scary. You know, I'm telling you.
Why?
Because they have done so many things, and so many things have been done to us through our history, through our bloodlines, that people are afraid sometimes of their own self and what they think. Right. And they know something is wrong.
Getting beyond the thoughts. Because the thoughts, you've been conditioned with thought. Or people have been conditioned. So if you could get beyond your thought, if you could see the thought as not being used, if you could see it from the I am principle, be in the energy of God, and see the conditioning of your own mind, you will escape the trap of the conditioning. And that's what we point into. It's a presence that's about all of us, that is not involved in the world. It's just witnessing the world. That's why it says, come out of her, my people. Do not partake of her plague. That you got to come out your own mind.
You know, when those thoughts come about, some people don't know how to not dwell on those thoughts. So their thoughts will overpower them, like with anything else. If I sit here and thought about a McDonald's hamburger, I sure would like a big old juicy McDonald's hamburger.
Murder burgers.
Murder burgers with double cheese and ketchup and this and that and the third on there, and just sit there and thought about that all the while. It's it's gonna my resistance, or I put it this way, something is gonna say, well, go get it.
That's right.
Go get it.
That's right.
Go get it. Go get it.
That's
It fills you. It fills you, just like television.
That's right.
It tells you a vision.
That's right.
Or what you see, what you think. Programming. Exactly. And so then we get out there and we started to look at these subliminal messages and desires. And that's what causes us to become out of control with our own nature. It's because we can't harness our own nature.
That is beyond the thought.
Our own nature, so we'll go out here and do something to destroy ourselves.
Amen.
You know, like drugs, for instance, or, you know, eating a burger, like I said, and we already know that meat is no good. And all the things you putting in your body ain't no good for you. You know, Dollar Tree products, you know they got something wrong with it. Anything costs less than $1, you gonna get what you pay for.
Right.
And you going to hell doing it. And gasoline.
And what is hell?
Hell?
Yeah.
Hell is, I don't know, I should say, you know, I should take that word back about that word
No, don't
hell.
take it back, because hell is when you...
I don't think it's...
Hell is a disturbance.
Right.
When you're disturbed, when your peace is disturbed, you're in hell.
Right, it's your lower chakra.
Yeah,
it's your lower nature. You won't be able to rise. You get like you be right here.
Well, that's true. But anything that disturbs your peace will be considered the devil, even your own thoughts. So hell is when you're disturbed. When you're in, what is God? Perfect peace. The Prince of Peace was Jesus called, the Prince of Peace. Melchizedek was called the King of Peace. So it's a